I got another little chisel here I found. I just got a little dowel rod stuck on it. I'm going to hold it real still. We'll probably try to get a good close-up. This actually has what we call a cold casting. When they poured this into the mold was too hot, and too cold, excuse me. When they pour the spruce into the liquid metal into it, they do that 2 or 3 times to heat the mold up so that it releases the metal quickly. Well, rarely do you see the actual first 2 or 3 castings, which are considered cold castings, actually get out into market. This one did. And it's very typical to see, you will see what looks like veins or even like the grain of a tree in here, and you can see 3 or 4 where the metal slowly, as it was being poured back in the mold, chattered on the sides of the mold. And that's what gives it that effect. And it isn't pretty. It means that that's going to fracture there if you hit this chisel with any amount of energy whatsoever. This next one here, just look at this bevel. It's just, I mean, it's a firmer bevel. It's a bench chisel still. It's just ratty, totally nasty looking bevel. Turn it over, I got a nice little flat back here. I was able to sit here just on a simple diamond stone, 1200 grit diamond stone. I was able to get a perfectly flat back. All right. So as much as this chisel was just disgusting to the person selling it, somebody like me, I see nothing but potential. Let me make a note. This is just a little piece of masonite. All right. I've taken and put a bunch of marks here. If I cut a bevel, those marks kind of go away. But if you'll notice, the sawtooth effect here is caused by marks on the other side. All right. But if my flat or the face of the chisel has no marks whatsoever, no matter how many marks occur on the bevel side, I still have this apex, which is the essence of sharp, is the apex of the bevel to the flat of the chisel, is in good shape. So once again, I don't care, to a degree, I don't care how pitted, surface pitting it is. If it's deep pitting, there's a chance of it snapping, but this is surface pitting. It doesn't feel good to my hand, but I can take a file to make it good feel in my hand. But I like the steel. The color of this, the dark gray, indicates the amount of nickel I have to this. I like this. The softer steels, they wet up faster. You know, when you're working in heavy white oaks, they're gonna dull a little quicker. But for the most part, in most of our modern woods that are kiln dried, these work just fine. The fact that I can clean up the back, I have every bit of 3/4, 7/8 of a chisel here before I actually get into pitting, and I end up having to take this down again. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 years of good heavy use on this for basically a freebie.